Hey gorgeous, we're gonna do a toned up arm work today. So we're gonna do a couple exercises to get those arms toned up and ready for the summer. So we're just gonna start on your knees. So you wanna make sure those wrists are underneath your shoulders. So make sure you get those lats down into the back. We usually tend to get up into our ears a lot, so you wanna focus on drawing them down. So we're just gonna start with a basic, like modified plank. So you wanna go on your knees and you're gonna bring those wrists right under the shoulders. Keep your elbows soft if you tend to hyperextend. So we're just gonna hold this. So you wanna focus on lengthening through the torso, drawing the shoulder blades down the back. So you should really feel your obliques engage. You should feel your rib cage drawn down, and those upper back muscles should be closing and hugging the upper back. So we're just gonna hold, focus on deepening the belly, squeeze tight. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Then just walk your knees in a little bit. Sit back for a second and just reach those arms away and try to get some length out of those shoulders. Good. All right, we're gonna come right back up to where you were. Make sure those wrists go right back under the shoulders. You're gonna bring those knees back up, and you wanna make sure that when we do in these little push-ups that your elbows come in close to the body. So they're gonna hug the body. You don't wanna flip out. You end up using a different muscle and it gets into the top of the shoulder. So you wanna bend your elbows in and then push yourself up into that tricep press. So if you can't get yourself low because you have your elbows in tight, just go where you can keep the level of keeping the form. So make sure your abs are in tight. You're just gonna drop your body down, push to lift back up. Try to make sure you're staying out of those upper shoulder muscles, so out of the traps, putting it into the triceps. And one more. Perfect. All right, bring those knees back underneath you and then reach it back again. Try to sit those tailbones to the mat or towards your heels and reach those arms away again. Okay, so we're gonna go up into a plank now. So if you have any shoulder instability or if it bothers you going up on your wrist, stay down on your forearms and you can just interlace your fingers. If you're good to go up on the wrist, shift your weight from your legs and draw the shoulder blades back down the body. Keep your abs pulled in, so watch lifting up too high in the bottom and sinking down, because then you get into your lumbar spine. So you want to be drawing down using your core. Try to wrap that rib cage, hold those shoulders, and we're just going to hold it. 3, 2, and 1. Shift your weight back onto your heels to go into that downward facing dog. Good. All right, we're going to bring yourself back out into that plank position. Another modification is to bring your knee down. And if you don't feel like you're strong enough, start here. So modification is the leg stays down, and this one's just gonna lift and lower, so just a tap. Right, if you feel strong enough and you get out of that lower back, you take your legs up, and then one's just gonna lift and lower. So it's just a tap. Watch the rotation in the pelvis. Squeeze to lift. 3, 2, and 1. Plant that foot, switch your sides. Lift, lift. Okay. Draw the shoulders, check the abs, use your breath. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shifting that weight back onto your heels and get that stretch. Good. And then you're just gonna drop to your knees and we're gonna go on your side. So modification for a side plank is to stick your elbow right underneath your shoulder. So watch the lift this way. You want to make sure you're lifting your rib cage up off the mat. So you can keep your knees bent so that you can push through and then find your balance. So again, you want that lift from here. That's your lat muscle. This is all working to stay engaged. So make sure your abs are tight and you just hold it. Tap your hip. If you want a modification, push through your knee to help you lift your rib cage up towards the ceiling. And then bring yourself back down. Okay. Squeeze to lift and hold. Good. We're gonna go back up one more time. Go up and hold, and then into that long extension over your head. Good. And then just bring it down. Bring yourself up into the mermaid, and then just a little reach and side stretch. Good. And then we're gonna go back to that other side. Okay, we're gonna come right back down on your side where you were. Make sure the elbow's going right back underneath the shoulder. Remember, you don't wanna use that top of the shoulder to push. You're using your lat to lift. Bring yourself up, and then you're gonna rotate under and open. So you're into that twist and the opening of the collarbone, widening through the chest. One more. Good. Twist it under, open, hip comes down, and then we're just gonna switch sides. So swing your body, make sure you don't roll off into the water. Elbow comes underneath your shoulder, and you're gonna push through your feet again, find that stability, and just stabilize. Again, lifting from your rib cage, reach that opposite rib cage towards the sky or to the ceiling, and tap it down. Exhale, lift. And use your breath, exhale as you lift it up. Squeeze and lengthen. Good, one more. Reach it up. Tuck that knee if you need that help to lift. Good, tap your hip. Bring your opposite knee in front if you can sit mermaid this way. If you can't, then just stack your hips to the side. Inhale to lift it up. So if you need that stacking and it hurts too much on the hip to do it that way, then you can just sit this way and push. And then you're just gonna open up and bring yourself right back down. So stick that elbow right underneath your rib cage again, or right under that shoulder. Lift and you're twisting under. Open and reach. Exhale, rotate, tuck it under, rotate, two more. Good, one more. Good, find that stability and that long extension over. Good, and then bringing that hip down. Good. Okay, you're gonna bring yourself up and we're gonna go into front support. A modification is to bend your knees. The harder way is to put your legs out straight. Make sure your wrists or either your fingertips are going towards you or away from you, wherever you feel better in the shoulder. Usually fingertips forward is always the way most people feel better in the shoulder. So again, the more advanced exercise is to push through, to lift and hold your weight up, and then just tap your hip down. So you're gonna inhale, exhale, lift. You should feel that widening across the collarbone and down the bicep. If you want the modification, bend your knees, squeeze to lift up, and then you just tap it right back down. So both ways are totally fine. Just go where you feel better with your shoulder. So squeeze to lift. Good, tap it down. 2 more. This is the last one. Push and lift. Try to lift as high as you can. Drive those feet down to the floor. And then just tap it down. And then you're just gonna fold forward and get that stretch. Okay. All right, bring yourself to the center and just give yourself those little shoulder rolls. Roll it back. Good, and 1, and then you're gonna take it forward, so roll it forward. 2, and 3, then drop that elbow, big side stretch over. Good, inhale up. Exhale, reach. Sit back into that tailbone, push that hip back. Good, bring it back. 2 inhales up. Good, exhale, blow it out. All right, last deep breath in. Deep exhale, blow it out. Hands can come right to your knees. And that's your workout for your arms today. Hope you enjoyed it. Remember, you can use those modifications. So if you need it on your elbow to start, if you need to tuck your knee under, that's perfectly fine. See you in the next video.